Came to check on the tortoises, and it looks like Luna is starting to dig a nest, starting to pump out the eggs. She already has a few in there actually. And finally, a nest that's easy to reach into. These guys have been digging under the wood recently, and it's always been very uncomfortable to reach, but so it's gonna be nice and simple. And there's Nyx already coming to see what's up, but I outsmarted them this time. Let's see them try and get to me. These eggs are gonna be hatching out in about 3 months, but don't worry, I'm not gonna make you guys wait to see the babies. We're gonna be seeing all the babies later in this video. She laid one on my hand. 2 more, and 1 more. All right, 10 beautiful sulcata eggs so far. Now let's give her a few more minutes. And Nyx, let's see if we could do something about her so that she's not wanting to get to me. Throw a bit of cactus there for Popeye and for Nyx. And hopefully Nyx is gonna find that. I would move this and put the cactus in front of her, but chances are she's just gonna walk right over the cactus and go mess with Luna. And there's Popeye already munching. Of course, they don't do it on purpose. They're just very curious animals by nature. So they're always wanting to see what's going on. Doesn't matter if it's a tortoise laying eggs, if it's me building a cage, or me simply walking through their enclosure, they're gonna come up to me. And just like that, in a few minutes, Luna filled up a whole egg crate. And she's about to start filling up the second one. When it comes to sulcatas, Luna is my best laying sulcata, and she's also my smallest sulcatas. She has the record, which is so far 32 eggs in 1 clutch. And that was actually a few years ago. She has not laid a clutch that big since, but hopefully we'll get one. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. And I am sorry in advance if this footage isn't good. It's so bright outside that I can't even see the screen on my phone. I could only see the egg because it's white, but everything else is super dark. Here comes another one. See if we could catch this one. There we go. Look how nice and clean that egg is. It looks like Nyx figured it out. And as you guys already know from all my previous videos, whenever these guys pull their heads in, that means they are pushing out an egg. Check that out. Of course, that doesn't mean that there's an egg coming out every single time. Sometimes they'll push and it'll take a little bit more pushing to come out. She did have a little bit more shade earlier on, but the sun has moved, so it's gotten a lot brighter. Although she's almost done, so I don't think we need to set up any shade for her today. And it looks like somebody's scratching over here. Let's see who it is. Well, that's just the nameless one. Shadows over there and Tanks over there. Because, so you guys know, again, from my previous videos, these guys like to wreak havoc sometimes. And she's right in the middle, so them crossing through here is definitely going to be disturbing her. All right, almost 24 eggs. Let's see, if she lays 22 eggs, that'll be pretty crazy, because the 4 past clutches that I've collected from the sulcatas have all been 22 eggs. Looks like she's starting to feel around already. That doesn't mean that she's done, but see, it means that she's getting closer to it. We're gonna put these in the shade so they could not get cooked. And here's my tortoise supervising station. I sit here and simply watch until she starts pulling her head in, and that's an easy way of telling whether she started laying. And obviously if she's digging, she's still moving her feet a lot. My grandfather's usually the one that checks up on him, but he had a doctor's appointment today, so I'm taking care of the sulcatas today. And it looks like she laid 2 more, so we filled the container. And it looks like she's still pushing. So we're gonna put this one in the shade, and I'm gonna have to go get another container. All right, I got the container. She popped out 1 more egg, but let's go check on the rhino iguanas real quickly. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know these guys got this big upgrade recently. Oh, hey Rose, how you doing? And they've been loving this area up here. So I'm definitely going to need to add that PVC sheet I was talking about instead of plywood, because plywood rots really easily. But yeah, the only reason I don't like this too much is because they stick their claws through here. It's not really gonna bother them that much. I just think that a PVC sheet would be a lot more comfortable for them. I don't know where Blue is, so let's take a look in here. Can't really see, but oh, here's Blue. I thought that she was in the hide over there. She was just sneaking a little hibiscus leaf. And it looks like the plants are holding up surprisingly well. Clearly they've been munching at it. They've ripped off a lot of branches and leaves, but it's still holding up. All right, and while I was checking on the rhinos, Luna finished her nest. So let's see. I'm gonna collect all these eggs before she covers them up. All right, looks like she's all done. One final check. Oh, whoa, whoa, sorry about that, Luna. There we go. She laid a total of 27 eggs. Now let's go to the incubator and see some little babies hatch out. It's finally that time of year again. Baby sulcata tortoises are hatching out. We also have a few little redfoots that we need to set up. It looks like this bin is starting to hatch out, so we're gonna take this one out as well. That should be the only other one. What I usually like to use when I take out the baby tortoises from these containers is some moss. In this case, I'm using orchid moss. You can use sphagnum moss, which is what I always use. Just wanted to give this one a try because it just looks a lot cleaner than the sphagnum moss. Well, it's pretty much the same thing. Oh no, I lied. This is sphagnum moss. I was looking at it and I was thinking it looks very similar. I guess this is just a premium grade of sphagnum moss. Now I just get a little bit of warm water, sprinkle this down so that there's a lot of humidity for the babies. Mix it around a little bit so it gets the humidity nice. This is gonna make it a lot easier for the babies to hatch out. Now all I'm gonna do is transfer all these little guys over to this container. Before I transfer them over, let's get these little guys out of this container. And while these guys soak, we'll move over all the baby tortoises that are hatching out. One of my favorite things about the sulcatas is that they all hatch out together. Just seeing a bunch of beautiful little baby tortoises hatching out at the same time. It's one of the best feelings that I experience in my life, to be honest. And it's not just with the tortoises. I love breeding all types of animals. I think it's such a cool experience. And I know it's sometimes frowned upon, but I take really good care of them and I make sure that they go to really good homes and I provide as much information as I can and I provide the best customer service in the world, guaranteed. I know that for a fact because I bought from a lot of people that sell animals and I know they don't treat their customers the way I do. That's for sure. This egg over here looks bad. All the other ones are looking good. And I say that because this one has kind of like a yellowish hue. Oh yeah, you could see this bottom part's a lot darker. So this one is most likely bad. So I think one of the coolest things about doing this for so long is that I could just look at an egg and not even need to candle it sometimes, and I could tell if it's infertile just by the way it looks. And finding eggs just becomes a lot easier over time. I think that's really cool. Like, you wouldn't really think that there's much room to grow in simply collecting tortoise eggs, taking them out of the ground and put them in here, but there's definitely a lot that you could learn when you're working with these little guys and all animals in general. So out of all the eggs, these are all the ones that look fertile. I'm gonna candle them just to make sure, but that's what I'm willing to bet. These all look good, this one not. Actually, this one might look a little weird, but maybe not. We'll see. We're gonna candle them and find out. Oh, yep. Look at that. This one does not look good either. So obviously there's no baby tortoise in there, because if there was, it would look like this, completely black, because, you know, obviously light does not shine through baby tortoises. So bad egg and bad egg. There we go. 2 for 2. Let's see if I was wrong about any of the other ones. I do think all the rest are fertile. And there we go. Perfect score. Let's check the other one. And these 2 little bad boys are gonna have to go into the lemur's food bag. Just kidding. This is the trash bag for the day. Let's see. Let's see how these little guys are doing. This one's still drinking water. Redfoot tortoises are some of the tortoises that drink the most water that I've ever seen in my life. I've seen these guys drink for over 5 minutes at a time sometimes. And I keep them very well hydrated. I spray down all the baby tortoises every day, sometimes multiple times a day, but at least once. And they just always love to drink. Let's see. Now these are Popeye's babies. These are all from the nameless one. We're actually gonna have to make a little more space here. There we go. Another reason why I moved them over into the sphagnums is because it's probably just a lot more comfortable than hatching out on plastic. Although I do like these containers, it keeps it a lot more clean throughout the incubation process. And it's very easy for me to set up and check on the eggs like this. And all of these eggs are a little bit bigger. So that's another cool thing. Different tortoises have different sized eggs. Their babies look different. And I could recognize the tortoises very well based on who the parents are. And I obviously like know the parents just by looking at them. So these three I had already checked a while ago, and these I thought weren't good. The other ones look good to me. This one might look better now, but we're gonna candle it and see. Oh, no, maybe not. It looks a little bit empty on the bottom there. We're gonna candle them just to be sure. And we're gonna put all of these in here first. By the way, I'm also just starting to test out this new camera that I have. So let me know, do you guys like it in 1 zoom or in 0.5? Right now you're watching in 1 zoom. Before you were watching in 0.5, which is why it looked a little bit wider. So let me know how you guys want to see it. I accidentally just broke this egg, but it doesn't matter because this guy's already hatching out. The reason it was so simple to break is because it was actually empty there, so it was very soft. I don't like putting bad eggs in here because if one of these baby tortoises breaks it, not that that's ever happened before, but that would not be a fun experience to have to clean up all these little babies with bad eggs. Let's see these. Yep, not good. Not good. And not good. All right. Let's put all these beautiful little baby tortoises back into the incubator. And these bad boys are going into their enclosure now. It's already been a few weeks since these little guys hatched out. And as you can see, these guys are all tucked up in the corners, hanging out. And look at this guy. He has a split skew. Pretty cool little pattern on this guy. So all these babies are doing great. They all are eating super well already. And they are about to start getting shipped to their new homes. So if you place an order with us, they will be heading your way April 23rd. If you haven't placed your order yet, make sure you go to shadowsreptiles.com. They were just restocked a few days ago and they are about to sell out. So if you're interested, make sure you head over before it's too late. And we also have some redfoots. I have some yearling redfoots available. And of course, some beautiful little baby redfoots available as well. If you guys like today's video, make sure you leave a like. Leave some suggestions in the comments of what you want to see more of. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and have a great day.